Good day to each and every one of you. So in marketing research process, we have 8 steps. Okay? So first, we have to define the customer problem. So there are 2 ways to describe the market research steps, which is product or service oriented or solution oriented. So halimbawa, doon sa product or service oriented, medyo malaki yung expense in the side of the customer. Di ba nagkaroon ng introduction ng product na mga nakasachet na lang instead of PET bottles or plastic containers, na ito yung mga refill, di ba? Ito yung refill na products, like for example sa Safeguard, you have there the body wash, meron ng refill in which mas mababa yung cost niya plus bababa yung price kasi iba yung packaging na niya di ba? And this maximizes the use of a certain container. Kasi kung halimbawa we're selling yung shampoo nga or Safeguard na body wash, meron yung container, and then that container could last up to how many uses na i-refill mo yung container na yon. So, minamaximize na yung packaging plus less expense sa'yo as a producer of the good or product, then less cost or expense naman doon sa side ni customer. Now, the other one is solution-oriented. One example of this is yung customer service or yung aftercare ng isang product. Diba? Sa after sales kasi, for example, sa Globe, when they subscribe to Globe na ganyan, and then yung pag-aasikaso dun sa customer when they encounter problems, baka mamaya internal pala yung problema. That's why the performance of the broadband na sinubscribe nila ay apektado. Also, yung sales nyo tuloy parang nagkakaroon na lang ng break-even. So, merong problema internal doon sa organization. Or not just internal, pwede ring external factor. Okay? Next, we have determine the information needed. You have to determine also how to wait on the consumer's needs. For example, yung promo mo, gusto mong maglagay ng libreng lunch box. Sa tingin mo ba yung libreng lunch box na yun with your product ay suitable or compatible sila? In terms of competitive choice, halimbawa si Milo nag-offer ng energy drink bottle. Tapos, ikaw naman, ang hawak mo naman pala ay detergent bar, mag-o-offer ka ng lunch box. Diba? Another thing is that yung iba naman ngayon sa pandemic natin, 'di ba? Pandemic situation. So most likely hygienic products and yung parang madaling iluto rin na food ang naibebenta ngayon kasi nga pag nagla-lockdown, 'di ba? So you have to know what are their needs in their current situation, considering the factors of weather, climate, their buying behavior, the situation around them, okay? Then for solution-oriented naman, balik tayo doon sa may broadband. Baka naman pala mamaya ang problema ng customer na mabagal ang internet ay dahil sa merong nasirang kable. So you have to know all the possible facilities available to resolve a certain problem. Okay? Then we take alternative paths. O kung hindi kayang gawin yan ngayon, di ba, usually pag naglilipat ng poste ang Meralco, of course, hindi naman yan bubuhatin and then ililipat yung poste. It's not like that. The process is that magtatayo muna sila ng poste before ilagay yung mga kable ng kuryente. Okay? Next, we have select the customer segments. So, in product or service oriented, ano ba ngayon yung in? Ano ba yung trend? Di po ba? So, if you're making an advertisement in terms of your product or service, tingnan mo kung anong edad or user segment or users ang nanonood doon sa mismong platform na yun. For example, television, YouTube, or social media platform. Anong edad ba ang users mo? Okay? The next, for solution-oriented, meron bang hindi suitable na product or service doon sa different customer segment na outside of your marketing prospects or prospective customers? So kung meron, there is a future buyer na naghihintay doon sa improvement ng product mo. So tingnan natin yung common, diba? That's why Colgate, if si Colgate, no, yung toothpaste natin, usually napaka famous ng brand na yan. And they offered yung toothpaste for kids, then toothpaste for those who wanted to have white teeth, then toothpaste for those who have sensitive teeth. So you see, there is a future buyer of your product. So hindi stagnant lang pala, pwede nang magkaroon ng classification pa for you to accommodate future buyers. Next, we have to determine information availability in terms of product or service oriented. Of course, we have to abide with the regulations promulgated by the DTI. Of course, kung yaan ay pagkain, halimbawa ay chili garlic bottle, we have to consult or comply with the requirements of BFAD or Bureau of Food and Administration and Drug Administration. Baka mamaya pala yung gusto mong i-research is beyond ethical norms or standards of governing regulatory boards of a certain sector. Diba? It could be DTI, BFAD, or pwede rin si BIR. So, tingnan natin. Okay? Next is for solution-oriented. Baka mamaya meron na palang available na information regarding dun sa issue ng business mo ngayon. You could try to browse on the internet or magazines, newspapers, scholarly articles. So, tingnan mo. Baka mamaya available naman pala yung information na hinahanap mo. And hindi na pala necessary yung market research doon. Kasi it's already solved. Diba? And you just have to apply it to your business or to your organization. Next, you have to choose the data collection method. So, for product or service oriented, most likely, nasa survey tayo, di ba, na more on quantitative and qualitative siya. Tinatanong tayo, eto po yung produkto na listahan ng mga produkto. Ano po ba dito ang binibili nyo? Usually, di ba, ganun ang survey noon. Then, in terms of qualitative, tatanungin sa'yo, ano po ba yung gusto nyo pang i-improve sa produkto namin ito? Di po ba, mayroon mga nagbabahay-bahay na nagsasurvey? Nagkaroon ako experience nun sa yata yun, more on cup noodles. So, Nissin din. Then, sa solution-oriented naman, tingnan mo yung i-apply mong strategy in solving a certain problem. More likely, qualitative in nature siya. Okay? Though, meron siyang basis ng data ng quantitative. And from there, tingnan mo kung yung solution ba na i-apply mo would be enough to maintain your customer satisfaction. Di po ba? Also your customer needs. Then next, we have to select the sample population. Sa product or service oriented, of course, ang pipiliin mong i-survey dyan yung mga updated na doon sa product or sa mas makabagong service. And from there, you will learn ano ba ang kakulangan ng product ko or service ko na dapat kong idagdagan pa ng modification. Okay? Then, sa solution-oriented naman, tanungin mo yung officials, top management of your organization. Kung ano sa tingin nila yung magandang solusyon from your research. Kasi sila yung most experienced people in your organization. I'm not saying na wag mo ring tanungin yung or ask yung suggestions of the rank and file employees, pero most likely kasi si top management siya kasi yung mas experienced sila doon sa company. Then next, you then conduct the research. So if you conduct the research, of course, meron kang prototype dyan kung product yan or service. Then from there, you're trying to test the waters. Tingnan mo, mas na-satisfy ba si customers? Of course, you have your feedback form from there. Di po ba? Then, another thing, yung sa ngayon sa pandemic ngayon, di ba, we have vaccines. Now, it is not just a modification of a product kaya ka nagma-market research. It is also for new products. Yun nga yung vaccines. So, tingnan natin yung feedback ng customers. Okay? Solution-oriented. If you already conducted the research in your organization, baka mamaya ang gusto mo pala i-orient na yung mga humaharap doon sa customers would be more picky in terms of their looks. Like for example, kay Louis Vuitton, kay Chanel. If you will dress poorly, so parang off say hindi ka ganun i-entertain. Especially dun sa mga luxurious bags na yun, there are only limited number of customers. So ano yung impact nun? Kasi kung ang target mo naman, kung you're offering luxurious bags, of course your target are those people earning this range of income. So you can try that, siguro experimental kung bago nga talaga yung magiging product mo. Then you do the analysis and make decisions. So for product and service oriented, of course, we will consider the total cost, the overall production, and then we will try to predict their demand. Meron tayo diyan sa feasibility study. If you will be going to have or conduct a feasibility study, di ba nung senior high school kayo, you have to know the potential demand, the initial demand, and from there, you will know your sales. Then you make decision. Ito palang ginawa kong produkto, yung pagdagdag ko ng ice cream sa Coke, which is Coke float, yields high volume of sales. Then next, you have the solution oriented. Tingnan mo si supplier kung yun bang ino-offer niyang price, ma-maintain niya yun until the end of your contract, or baka mamaya dun sa contract nakalagay medyo mataas. So you have to know the initial demand of the customer. Ano ba yung growth ng sales ng company nyo? Tumataas pa, bumababa ba? Do we have to recruit more employees to be more efficient? Or do you have to downsize? Right sizing na kasi ang mas magandang term. So magbawas ng tao to reduce cost kasi yung nakikita foresee nating growth curve medyo bumababa, okay? And then the demand kung tumataas or bumababa. So these factors will consider for you to do the analysis and make decision.